Hey, yo, peace, family. This is Lord Jamar for the Yanadameen Godcast. And if you watch the Godcast, you know my number one sponsor is Miracle Food. That's right, Miracle Food, the perfect cleanse and reboot for a healthy immune system. And these times, you know a healthy immune system is very important. It's also anti inflammatory. Miracle Food has Moringa, black seed oil, beet root oil. It also contains CBD. Miracle Food is just what it says. Miracle Food. Brought to you by my brother, the Chakra Doctor. So this is a black-owned company, y'all. We promote black-owned companies here on the Godcast. Okay, so go to chakradoctor.org and get your Miracle Food today. Tell them Lord Jamal sent you. Peace.
I'll let you go peacefully. Oh yeah.
Let's get it. Drugs to cope with the way we live. They done turn the neighborhood into the Bay of Pigs. Kidnapped the fathers and enslaved the kids. Now they poisoning the water that they gave the kids. He ran from the cops, so they sprayed his wig. We gon' turn the precinct to the Bay of Pigs. Saw the crib like that's the way you live. Loafy bread, baking soda sitting in the fridge. My melanin garners hatred, it's sacred. Hussein Bolt, I'm too swift for the races. Drugs change the house structure. See my uncle smoke rocks downstairs, now the attic is in the basement.
Preview.
So I wanted to ask you, how did getting knowledge of self enhance hip hop for you once you went back and you had those moments where you said, that's what the fuck they was talking about?
Yeah, like very early on, learning the
You know what I
mathematics,
mean?
the alphabet.
Like,
You hear the wu-tang skits.
Oh,
The culture cipher going.
right. Oh,
Yo, even the joint with Raekwon's like, hey, yo, peace to cast that rock, Mac, knowledge, just street is straws. I'm like, nigga talk about Mac 11? That shit's hard. I'm like, you feel me?
God said, what the God said, did they say Divine I.C. King, or what the fuck they said in one of this? You know what I mean? They said some shit like,
see Cypher Punk, see Cypher Punk, straw the whole the nigga risen and shit. You know what I mean? Mad shit. Even and start listening to MF Doom. And MF Doom's like able to drop today's math in the 48 keys of life. And after a while, when someone's really like, I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, only God could judge, right? So I'm a judge of shit. And it's like, you know, when you really listen to hip hop, the best rappers are the gods or influenced by the gods. Like, if you really are aware, you know this. But if you're not, it is what it is. Like, you know, we can go down the list. Nah, Amadou, wu-tang. Even, like, you know, come on.
Yeah, because hip-hop definitely, for me.
But, yo, I didn't even answer your question. My bad. Pardon self. Because you have to, how did it change my thing? And to be honest, as soon as you ask the question.
That feeling of, oh, shit, there's a next layer to this shit. That, like, for the average person, it was already dope. But once you get knowledge, and then you hearing certain lines, and it just it's a next dimension for you. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, how did that feel? And do you know what I'm talking about? You know,
no, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like the Raekwon line, certain lines, like, you know, it's like you unlock level of the game. It's like, oh, it's a whole nother level of the game now. It's
you've been playing that game. Like,
exactly,
you've been playing the game, but you didn't know, oh shit, there's a next level to this bitch.
And even that too, it's like there's even levels within that. Everything goes within cipher. So that's like the first cipher when you start to realize like things on the surface level. But then you start to do that and realize this within yourself, like, oh, there's a whole nother unlocked level to me. And that's really what is like the hip hop shit is cool, but that's the best feeling, because that's why we always say in this nation that understanding is the best part, because understanding is a clear mental picture in your mind, and that no one can ever take that from you. So being able to be at peace, see things within your mind, like, that's truly the best part, because at the end of the day, when you're doing this right and you gain the knowledge of yourself, this shit makes you more of a man, you know, and God is man, you know. So it's like, that's what the most important part is, you know, being able to become self-sufficient and, you know, like, be able to get more out of life, you know, because the more you're aware, the more you're able to experience. So it enhances your experience. So it's like enhancing your awareness, enhances your whole experience of life. you know. So it's because you get to take in more. So yeah, man, shit. Nas itself is like it's like that movie Limitless and shit. You know, you feel it's like, oh shit, I'm the God now. Oh shit, you know, Mr. God, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Right, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
So listen, let's bring it up.
Hip hop.
Speed where you're at now. You got a record that's banging with Pete Rock. Let's talk about that. Pete Rock, you know, that's somebody that, you know, we came up pretty much at the same time. Like we was pretty much right before them. You know, I remember when Pete and Pooh Bah and X had this little demo and shit that they did. I was mad. They went over to Pete Rock's crib one day and I wasn't around. Oh man, and they made this.
Yo, what y'all doing?
Oh, they made some shit too, and I was tight. Like, damn.
What was you doing?
I don't know what the fuck I was. You know what I mean? I was moving. Probably, but anyway, I was doing something. I was moving around and whatever. I would, you know, it was
say less.
They just might have been together that day, and they went to Mount Vernon, whatever the case may be.
Wow.
So, but Pete's not even out yet, really. But he's kind of known for being a DJ and shit like that. And yeah, he made some shit, and yo, he's always just been ill with the fucking beats. Shout out to my brother Pete Rock. He's been on this show before, so you know he's definitely a Godcast alumni. So tell me about how that came together. How somebody, you know, from your era is able to hook up with a legend type of dude like that, and you know what I mean?
Simple. Like I think the first part of the link up goes back to like 2015. Because again, I've been, for people who might be new to me or whatever, I've been putting out music since like 2010. In 2015, I put out like a solo independent album. I had a distribution deal at the time with Duck Down. Because again, I used to go to New York a lot. Because like when I was 16 or 17, I would just like take CDs. I had family in the Bronx or Harlem, like, you know, in certain places. So I would just go out there, stay with niggas I knew in Brooklyn. You know, I was just a young traveling ass, you know, trying to make moves ass nigga and shit. So I went out there, and while I'm over there, I'm promoting music, building with the gods, whatever, this, that, and the third. So during this time, I'm putting out a lot of music. During that time, I put out the Paulo Fresco bar. That joint has like Raekwon on it, you know. That's where I did the joint with Chuck, you know, and other people, whatever. So I'm doing a lot of networking, and I'm becoming known. Even when I first came out, because the first record I did, Laying Low, I sampled Eazy-E, but put it on some newer type drums. So I was always kind of had that distinction kind of as like the dude kind of doing the old school vintage type stuff already. That's how I was building my brand kind of like, you know, without even knowing it, because that was just me. So when I did this stuff around 2015, I think actually it was like right before then, might have been 2014, CBC, Canada Broadcast Company, they reached out to me and this artist named Rich Kid to do Troy over again as like some kind of like you know, like anniversary type of thing in Electric Lady Studios.
Whoa.
The Jimi Hendrix Studios with Pete Rock. So we drove out to New York, we did it, and it was all filmed or whatever, and there's like this little special. And then from there, obviously networking, and then there's even on my IG page, if you scroll down, there's a video sometime after that when Pete Rock did a show out here, and then I came through, and then we're backstage, I'm showing him some of the music. Actually, yeah, I was showing him some of the music off the Paulo Fresco album before it drops, playing him the record. So it's like he was already interested in tune with my stuff, because I was that type of dude. If I'm around certain people, I might drop a verse on you. I might do something like, yo, peace. I'm ready to introduce myself and try to network and stuff. So I started networking and building a relationship like that, you know? So that was like almost 5 or over years ago, whatever, right? Almost 7 years ago. So I've been keeping up with them and building up myself, getting caught up in the world, just having to, you know what I mean, clean myself up and get even more focused on the music stuff within the past 2 years or so, like, you know, 2020, really, like, you know. And after doing that, building steam, momentum behind myself, I was like, yo, don't I know Pete Rock? Like, let me hit this guy up asking for a beat, bro. Like, and I was doing that, like, yo, we gotta work, boom, boom. He's like, yo, for sure. I'm sending him new stuff too. And he's like, yo, this boom, boom. So long story short, this is funny. From that CBC session, from those times, I remember he gave me beats. I had different management at the time, whatever. I don't know. Nothing happened with those beats. So I remember he was taking a minute to send him some new beats. So I'm like, yo, what happened to them CBC beats? Can I splash on one of those? He's like, yeah, if you can find them. One of them was hard. I was like, oh, snap. So I hit up Rich Kid. I'm like, yo, where's the folder, fam? Like, you know, he sent me the folder. I couldn't find the folder. I'm going through my hard drives and stuff. I'm like, yo, where's the fucking folder? So I found the joint. I was like, ooh, I remember this joint. So I was like, nah, I got to do something crazy with this. And it's funny now that I did that and I paid for a video, you know, invested in a dope visual to make it look real nice. Got my Vegas Club homies on it too. Cause I'm like, yo, we got the Pete Rock joint. This is a look. I want everybody on this right here, you know? Put everybody on it and then put it out. And even since then, I've just been building with Pete, sending him new stuff. And I've been talking to him. I was texting him earlier, supposed to start chopping it up because we working on a little, I want to, you know what I mean? So too much. We working on a little something, you know? So again, it's just the persistence, like an initial networking, persistence and consistency as far as, you know, trying to keep that bridge and line of communication open to take advantage of an opportunity when I can capitalize on that relationship.
You breaking up. Technical.
Peace. Yeah, I cut off for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. All right.
You acknowledge everything I was saying?
Pretty much, yeah. Just at the end, you got cut off a little bit. Real quick to the people in the chat, if I put you on timeout, this means you was talking shit. You talk shit again, you're getting blocked off the motherfucking channel. I don't play these fucking games up in here.
We gonna run you from the root of civilization over the hot Arabian desert and all of that shit, B.
And make you walk every step of the way, motherfucker.
2,200 miles, B. That's the victory right there.
Fuck what your name is. If you got a righteous name or whatever I don't know who you. I don't know you. Okay.
Hey, didn't you run the joint? You gotta love Allah and leave him the hell alone. Ain't that your joint?
Love me or leave me alone.
Yeah, man. You know that's the law.
Come on,
you know, live Allah's will and leave Allah's world. That's the law.
We don't play these fucking games in here. So you either act right in my chat or get the fuck out of here. It's that simple. So listen, God, do you think you might be able to bless my people with a quick acapella?
All right, for sure. I could do that. I give him some new stuff off this issue 8 I'm working on.
Okay.
This is check this out. Yo. Sometimes it's hard not to dream while awake. It's bittersweet through pictures. I see my baby's face. Old soul Raekwon call me young 88. Call my brother son cause he radiate. Audio waves like pastry cake. Stay civilized. No, I try like Macy Gray, but you can catch too. If you foul like the NBA, deep in Brooklyn getting 120, that's the pearly gates. Seen a Muslim live to 100, eating once a day. Why you niggas got your mouth open? You ain't earned a plate. Seen the devil use hip hop to boost the murder rate. Let the negative energy fade. That's the early grave. I was 10 years old watching Kanye. Heard him say, fast forward, mom see me skiing up the white. Easily led it straight. Hard to lead him to the right. While my rhymes vibrating at the frequency of life. I saw this all before it happened with my inner sight. Stood up in the church and said, Jesus isn't white. The game's rigged, the show scripted, don't believe the hype. Small thing becomes big, I can't take it light. My first whip, ain't had no stash, I kept the work up in the nights. Meet me by the corner store, act like you buying your Sprite. Don't even let us see the drugs until the cash in sight of heaven real. Why you afraid to die? It's cause it's here while you alive and you can make your hell. Life in a cell. Like a ladder match, bitches climbing for my belt. Every time you lie to me, you lying to yourself. The heart was on the stone. The heart was on the stone. The heart was on the spoon. The fiend was trying to make it melt. Sometimes I don't write. I come from another realm. The dark skin Pharrell. I could tell you like the founder on the like a track like Repel. Master of my dome. Hustle like you never had a home. Sometimes you gotta do bad alone. So when you doing good, you see who at the door. Wisdom from the catacombs, calicos, bones. Niggas selfish and macaroon like Goldie, the Mac and Cole. And yo, the marvelous, magical. You know what I'm saying? It's a little splash. All right.
Yeah.